Assalamu alaikum guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got this gorgeous simple nude makeup bridal look for you guys, and then I added some glitter and red lips to it, so I changed it over right at the end. So I'm going to show you exactly what I did in this video. So आज आपके लिए ट्यूटोरियल लेके आई हूँ जो एक वेरी सिंपल मैक की फाउंडेशन यूज़ की है सिर्फ सिंपली एंड एक न्यूड मेकअप लुक किया है एंड इसके ऊपर फिर मैंने चेंज करके ग्लिटर ऐड करके रेड लिप्स किया था। तो आपको सारा कुछ दिखाती हूँ कि कैसे मैंने ये किया। I've got my beautiful model here and I started off with her eyebrows first. So I wanted to do something really subtle, really simple eye makeup wise. So obviously sometimes you have really heavy outfits or you have brides that, you know, don't really want too much going on the eye. So I've done something very, very simple today which can be recreated quite easily. So I've started off with the eyebrows and I'm using my brow wax from Be Perfect and I'm just brushing this through in the hair and then I'm just making sure that I smooth everything down nicely. तो यहाँ पे मैंने आईब्रोज पे ब्राउ वैक्स इस्तेमाल किया है एंड ये जो आई मेकअप है बहुत ही सिंपल है क्योंकि कुछ लड़कियों को इतना ज़्यादा अच्छा नहीं लगता कि बहुत ज़्यादा ग्लिटर हो या बहुत हैवी आईज हो, तो ये बहुत ही सिंपल सा आई मेकअप लुक किया। So I've gone in with my P. Louise base, so I'm just adding this on and I'm using a flat brush to actually just carve out the eyebrows at the top and the bottom and then patting out any extra product that I've got. So P. Louise का बेस यूज़ करके अपने आईब्रोज कार्व आउट कर रही हूँ। आईब्रोज को भी बहुत ही सिंपली सी किया है, बहुत ज़्यादा ओवर इनको नहीं किया मैंने, जैसे डार्क या बहुत ज़्यादा पेंसिल नहीं लगाई वगैरह। Making sure that you buff out all the extra product from around the edges just so it's easier for you to actually add on your foundation. So I'm going in with a liquid base here and this is from Danessa Myricks and you don't have to do this, you could just go in with your eyeshadow straight away as well, but this just is really nice as well. So any kind of liquid that you've got, yeah, I'm just tapping it on and then I'm just going to start blending out the edges. So you don't want to go too high with this, you just want to blend it out before it actually dries away. So this is just a nice base to have before you actually add your eyeshadows. So यहाँ पे मैंने एक liquid eyeshadow यूज़ किया है। आप यहाँ पे डायरेक्टली आई शेडो के साथ भी जा सकते हैं, लेकिन मेरे पास ये था एक डनेसा मायरक्स का है, ये एक ब्राउन सा शेडो। सो इसको मैंने लगा के आप देखें कि इसके आउटर एजेस में सारे ब्लेंड किए जा रही हूँ एंड देन इसको कलर बिल्डअप करने के लिए और प्रोडक्ट लगा के फिर ब्लेंड करूँगी एंड देन इसके ऊपर आई शेडो करूँगी। So I'm going to keep applying this so you can see I've gone back in. This product does dry quite quickly, so you work quite quickly. So I'm just tapping it on with a brush and then with another brush, the outer areas I'm just blending out. So like I said, you can do this without this product as well. You don't have to go in with the liquid, but it does give you a nice base to work on. So again, same with the second. I'm just going to go in, tap my product on, and then start blending away. And quite simply, you could even just leave it at this as well and add in a bit of eyeliner and some lashes and that could be a complete look as well. But anyway, I'm going in with another colour now. So I'm using the P. Louise Wedding Wish XL palette, which is really, really nice. It's got so many colours in it and the shimmers are lovely as well. So if you can get your hand on this palette, I think it's really nice. It's quite big to have in your kit, but it is still really nice to have. So I'm just taking a slightly darker brown and I'm going to use this on the outer socket areas now, just to define the outer areas a little bit. So I'm just tapping it on and I'm just going to gently build this up slowly. So outer corners पे मैंने एक dark brown यूज़ किया है and इसको gently बस जो corners हैं वहाँ पे मैं add करके तो इसको blend की जा रही हूँ, just outer corners पे थोड़ी सी depth ज़्यादा आ जाए. So I'm just going to keep blending this out until I'm happy with the blend. And then I'm going in with some gel eyeliner, so I'm using the Inglot black gel liner here. I did add a little bit of Duraline, which makes it a lot easier to use, so it makes it a little bit thinner, so just a drop of that. So the consistency just becomes a little bit easier to use, I think. So I'm just adding this on, but I am actually going to smoke this out, so I'm literally keeping this to the lid, not really creating a perfect wing or anything as such. जेल लाइनर इस्तेमाल किया है इंग्लॉट का एंड इसके अंदर थोड़ी सी Duraline के ड्रॉप्स होते हैं, वो एक ड्रॉप ऐड किया था, उससे ज़्यादा स्मूथनेस आ जाती है, तो उसको मैंने फ्लैट ब्रश से बस आईलाइनर ब्रश से लगा दिया, लेकिन इसको मैं स्मोक आउट कर रही हूँ अभी आई शेडो के साथ. सो यहाँ पे मैंने कोई परफेक्ट विंग्ड आईलाइनर नहीं लगाया था. So I'm just going to go in with a black from the same palette and what I'm doing is just tapping it onto my black eyeliner. Again, you have to work a little bit quickly here because once it sets, you don't, it won't really budge too much, but you don't want it too wet either, because otherwise it will smudge everywhere. So just by the time you've done one eye and go back to the second eye, you can start with your black normally, as long as you've not used too much product. So I'm just used the black, buffed it out a little bit, and then I'm going in with a slightly fluffier brush with a darker brown, and now you can see I'm really starting to buff this outwards a little bit. I'm just making sure, I'm just literally running it over the same place, just buffing it out. So पहले मैंने ब्लैक आई शेडो से थोड़ा सा सेट किया था, एंड देन एक डार्क ब्राउन लिया है, एंड उसके साथ मैं सही तरह इसको ब्लेंड किए जा रही हूँ, स्मज आउट कर रही हूँ आउटवर्ड्स. सो यहाँ पे आपने थोड़ा सा टाइम लगाना है, लेकिन जो आईलाइनर है वो अगर बहुत वेट हुआ ओबियसली वो यहाँ पे ख़राब भी हो सकता है. सो इतना हो के आधा सूखा हुआ, एंड देन आप अपना ब्लैक से उसको सेट कर लें, एंड देन थोड़ा सा ब्राउन लेके, यहाँ पे काफ़ी टाइम लगता है मतलब इसको ब्लेंड करते हुए. So you're just going to make sure you keep blending this out until you're happy. And then I went for black eyeliner inside the waterline as well. So I'm just getting like the inner corners done here. So my bride actually did have like hooded eyes here. So it was a little bit difficult to do, but we managed to do it. So यहाँ पे हमने water line पे भी black gel eyeliner लगा दिया, and inner corners को कर रहे हैं साथ साथ. hooded eyes थी मेरी इस मॉडल की, and यहाँ पे हमने ऐसा ऐसा काम किया है कि obviously water line पे सारा कुछ आ जाए. And that's basically it. That was it for the eye makeup. So then I'm going in with my hyaluronic serum, as I usually do. I'm just prepping the skin, going in with my this is my Danessa Myricks Glow Serum that I'm using here. So you don't have to use this again, but I wasn't using much product on the face in the sense that not as I would normally. So I've gone in with the Glow product as well. Added on my eyelashes, so I only went for a half lash here, so I haven't gone for a full lash. So literally on the outer corners I added on the lashes, and obviously I'm going to correct those in a bit as well once they're stuck on properly. So lashes हमने लगाए थे, मैंने सिर्फ हाफ लैश लगाई है जो आउटर कॉर्नर्स पे लगाए हैं. So इसकी थी, like I said, इसकी थी hooded eyes and full lashes नहीं लगाए. So इस दफ़ा outer corners पे लगाए, अभी सही तरह लगी हुई नहीं है, बाद में इनको adjust करूँगी. फिर मैंने अपना color correcting की है, अपना Makeup Forever palette यूज़ किया है जो foundation है. So एक darker foundation यूज़ करके color correcting कर रही हूँ. Color correcting with my foundation palette, which is from Makeup Forever. So I don't use a lot of product here. I'm just using a little bit just to color correct everywhere, and then I'm going to go with my foundation. And foundation today is MAC Studio Fix, which I've always said is, I think, something that you should have in your kit. I think it's like a forgotten foundation because of there's so much out there, but it is, I think the finish to it is really, really nice. And you'll see that I've only actually used, I haven't used a lot of foundation either. I'm actually blending it away with my brush really, really nicely, and then I'm just going to tap away with my beauty blender a little bit as well. So फाउंडेशन मैंने मैक की स्टूडियो फिक्स इस्तेमाल की है, एंड इसको काफ़ी लाइटली यूज़ कर रही हूँ, बहुत ज़्यादा प्रोडक्ट भी नहीं लगा रही. ऑब्वियसली ब्रश के साथ पहले पेंट ऑन कर रही हूँ, एंड देन इसको ब्लेंड कर दूँगी साथ साथ, एंड ब्यूटी ब्लेंडर से भी ब्लेंड करूँगी. लेकिन ये जो फाउंडेशन आई थिंक इज़ वेरी नाइस. अगर आपको कोई सटल सा भी मेकअप चाहिए तो इसकी जो फिनिशन है बहुत अच्छी आती है, एंड आई थिंक मैक की जो फाउंडेशन है अफोर्डेबल भी होती है. So I love using MAC Studio Fix as a mixing foundation. I use it a lot to mix with a lot of other foundations or heavier ones that I've got, but I love using it on its own as well. I do think it just gives you, it's really affordable, and I think it just gives you a nice finish. So I'm just using my brush just to blend all this out, and then I will tap away with my beauty blender as well a little bit. So यहाँ पे आपने बस अपनी ब्लेंडिंग कर देनी है, एंड देन ब्यूटी ब्लेंडर भी इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं एंड पे जस्ट टू गिव इट अ स्मूथ फिनिश. So next, concealer. I'm going in with Huda Beauty concealer. I actually use two concealers. So I'm using one which is a little bit lighter than her skin tone, and then I'm going for a lighter one on the inner corners just to give her that brightness. So concealers मैंने दो इस्तेमाल किया. आउटर कॉर्नर्स पे मैंने थोड़ा सा मीडियम कलर का यूज़ किया, इनर कॉर्नर्स पे मैं थोड़ा सा लाइट वाला यूज़ कर रही हूँ कि वहाँ पे थोड़ी सी लाइटनेस मुझे आ जाए, एंड सेंटर ऑफ द फेस में भी मैं थोड़ा सा लाइट यूज़ कर रही हूँ. So contouring with my Too Faced concealer. I love this product. I think it's really, really nice, and I think it blends in really nicely as well. So it's really easy to use. सो कॉन्टोरिंग के लिए मैंने टू फेस का कंसीलर इस्तेमाल किया है एंड इसको लगाई जा रही हूँ जहाँ जहाँ मैंने कॉन्टोरिंग करनी है। इससे यह है कि ऑब्वियसली जब आपने ऐसे लेयरिंग करते हैं ना, तो आपका ये कंसीलर का भी एक और लेयर आ रहा है। सो इवन अगर आपने लाइट फाउंडेशन का लेयरिंग किया है, तो आप जब ये सेकंड लेयर करेंगे तो आपको काफ़ी ज़्यादा कवरेज मिल जाएगी एंड लॉन्ग लास्टिंग आपका मेकअप बन जाएगा। So even though I've used, just one layer and not too much product of the MAC Studio Fix, and it's not like a very, very heavy full coverage foundation, if obviously what I'm doing here now is actually another layer on top with the concealers. So this is obviously going to give me more longevity with the makeup as well, and it's going to set it more for me and give me the coverage that I want. So you don't have to always go in with the full face of, the Flawless or heavy foundations. You can go for something lighter. So it just depends what you're trying to create or what your bride actually wants. So now I've started obviously blending out my contour. I always like to blend out my contour first and then do my concealer normally, because it just means I can just kind of like correct, where I want all that lightness, so that it doesn't look muddy. So then I'm blending away all my concealer as well, now patting away. तो पहले अपने कॉन्टोर मैंने ब्लेंड कर दिया। नाउ अपना कंसीलर जो है ब्रश के साथ ही इसको ब्लेंड की जा रही हूँ। ब्रश के साथ आजकल मुझे अच्छा लग रहा है ब्यूटी ब्लेंडर से ज़्यादा। So I used to use my beauty blender a lot. I chop and change, and this is why my tutorials you'll see me using different things. But I'm actually really enjoying using a brush to actually blend everything out. Then I'm applying a liquid blush. Now this was one from P. Louise, but I can't remember the shade name, I'm afraid, but it's just like a baby pink. And then I'm just making sure I've set the under eye with a little bit of powder. So I'm using my MAC Studio Fix NC20. So यहाँ पे मैंने पाउडर लगाया है, इसको सेटिंग कर रही हूँ। So जहाँ जहाँ मुझे हाइलाइटर मैंने लगाया था वहाँ पे थोड़ी सी यहाँ पे पहले सेटिंग कर लूँगी। So at the moment you can see obviously I've used the powder was a little bit light. So now I'm going to do a little bit of baking, and then I'm going to warm the face up with some powder contour as well. तो यहाँ पे हरा ब्यूटी का पाउडर यूज़ कर रही हूँ थोड़ी सी बेकिंग करने के लिए, एंड यहाँ पे फाइनल सेट हो जाएगा। यहाँ पे जो अचीवमेंट मैं कर रही थी कि अंडर आइज पे काफ़ी लाइटनेस हो, एंड देन अराउंड द एरिया सारा जो कॉन्टोरिंग है थोड़ा सा उसको वार्म अप भी कर रही हूँ। So underneath the eyes I'm just using my same contour colour just to give her a little bit of depth. Nothing over the top here. Brushing away that extra powder that I had now. So I'm using, normally I use my my MAC Studio Fix and my Charlotte Tilbury, and what I do is pat away that powder and then start buffing it away. Take your time when you're doing this, but you don't want to kind of like ruin your makeup, so really take your time when you're blending it all out. So as you can see, everything's kind of like starting to come together now. Now she still needed a bit of bronzing up and stuff, so I do that kind of like as I go on. Now because I've powdered so much, make sure you hydrate at this time and give her a bit of glow. I'm using this one, it's called, I think it's Wee Sherry, and I got it off TikTok shop, and it is nice, but it's really, really hyped up, but I don't think it's anything really, really special. I just think it's a hydrating spray and not as it seems to be kind of like hyped up on TikTok a lot, but I just thought it was nice, but I could use my MAC Fix Plus as well to do the same thing. तो यहाँ पे मैंने थोड़ा सा हाइड्रेटिंग स्प्रे लगा दिया, एंड जो एक्स्ट्रा प्रोडक्ट है उसको थोड़ा सा ब्यूटी ब्लेंडर के साथ थोड़ा सा टैप की जा रही हूँ। So added on my highlighter. So this was the Doll Beauty highlighter, not too much highlighter, and then I do go over it with a bit of blusher as well. And so for this particular look, we were just going for something very, very simple and nude. And when I say simple, I know this isn't a simple makeup, but simple on the eyes, as in nothing too dramatic. And then even with the lips, we went for like a nudie pink colour. I did the hair, put the dupatta on, and you can see what the final look looks like. And then I changed it. I added a red lipstick and I added glitter. So I'll show you what I did. सो यहाँ पे हमारा फाइनल लुक है जहाँ पे मैंने एक सिंपल सा आई मेकअप किया है, न्यूड लिप्स थी। सो ऑब्वियसली कुछ लड़कियों को ऐसा मेकअप भी पसंद आता है, उनको ड्रामेटिक नहीं पसंद, लेकिन फिर मैंने इसको चेंज करके थोड़ा सा ग्लिटर एंड रेड लिप्स भी ऐड किए, तो मैंने कहा वो भी आपको दिखाती हूँ कैसे किया। So for glitter, all I did is I went for the easy option and I went for a pressed glitter which already has glue in it. You don't have to add anything else, so I just used one of the pressed ones with my finger, tapped it on. So here you're not risking any fallout or anything like that. Just make sure you try and blend the edges out. I'm actually normally rushing at this point, so I probably could have blended it a little bit more, but I was just getting this in quickly for you guys. तो यहाँ पे एक प्रेस ग्लिटर मैंने यूज़ किया है, इसका फॉल आउट नहीं होता, ग्लू की भी ज़रूरत नहीं होती, तो इसको ही बस मैंने ऐड किया कर दिया था। सो आप देखें कितना डिफरेंट मतलब इफेक्ट आ गया थोड़ा सा ग्लिटर ऐड करके। फिर लिप्स को मैंने ब्लॉट कर दिया एंड थोड़ी सी रेड लिपस्टिक ऐड कर दी एंड हमारा लुक फिर कम्प्लीटली चेंज हो गया। So for the lips, I just blotted the lips. I added on a bit of concealer and made sure I kind of like tapped it out because obviously it is really difficult once because we did actually have a bit of gloss on before. So I just wanted to make sure there was none of that moisture there. So I just added on a bit of concealer, tapped that away and then went in with my red lipstick. And then we created basically another look. And so you can see the difference between adding glitter, having a slightly darker lip colour and see how the look can like completely just changes. So, you know, there's so many different things you can do with the same model, with the same bride or same outfit and things like that. And it just looks completely different afterwards. तो यहाँ पे बस लिप्स को मैं किए जा रही हूँ। पहले मैंने बाय द वे थोड़ा सा कंसीलर लगाया था कि लिप्स मैट हो जाए। So आप देख सकते हैं कि ये हमारा final look था. So this was the final look. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Hopefully I will see you again soon. Take care. Allah Hafiz.